Maya, the great illusion. If you are studying in the spiritual sciences and esoteric community, there is no doubt that you've heard the term Maya before. You hear people say, reality is Maya, or reality is an illusion we call Maya. But what does that really mean? When I wake up in the morning, my bed feels real. When I kiss my significant other, they feel real enough. When I go to work, that feels real. And if I slip and fall, that definitely feels real. When I get my paycheck and buy groceries, that's real. So what exactly is the illusion? What does it really mean when you say reality is Maya? It's only an illusion. In this video, I'm going to break down what Maya is and why reality is an illusion. And by the end of this video, you will have a clear grasp and understanding of why reality is Maya and how understanding it brings liberation. So, without further delay, let's get into it. So, my understanding of Maya comes from the Upanishads, the Bhagavad Gita, the Ashtavakra Gita, and my own deep intuition and meditation. So now, the first thing that is absolutely crucial to understand about Maya is that when you hear teachers and gurus use the term Maya, we are not referring to the external physical realm in its purest essence. Maya is referring to the internal grasping of the physical realm that the ego does to trick the mind into attachments. So what you have to understand is that the bondage and suffering felt by humans is not created by the physical world. It is created by the ego tricking the mind into the illusion of ownership. Nothing in the material world binds you. The bondage comes from the internal voice of the ego that says, "This is mine." 2 Corinthians 11 verses 3. But I fear lest by any means, as the serpent beguiled Eve through his subtlety, so your minds should be corrupted from the simplicity that is in Christ. So, when the ego tricks the mind into attachment, the mind says, my child, my wife, my house, my job, my religion, my country. This is the mind's way in solidifying existence with the label of ownership. And once that happens, suffering begins. Maya is born, not because of the material thing in of itself, but because the mind has now labeled these things mines, my possessions. The real you is infinite. Infinity cannot possess. Only the ego possesses, and it does that because of its constant need to be anchored to something. It wants stability and permanence in an impermanent existence. It's like wanting the ocean to stand still. The ocean will never stand still. This is Maya, the illusion of permanence. 1 John 2, 16 and 17. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh and the lust of the eyes and the pride of life is not of the Father, but is of the world. And the world passeth away, and the lust thereof, but he that doeth the will of God abideth forever. Now, the moment the mind says, this is mine, a wall is created. This wall separates you from the infinite. And from this self-imposed separation, fear is born. When you believe, this is mine, attachment is born, and fear always follows attachment. The more the attachment, the greater the fear, because now you're afraid of losing it. Now anxiety and stress rents a space in your mind. Now insecurities are born, because whatever can be possessed can also be lost. The ego knows this. So it tricks the mind into clinging harder, and now the mind becomes more possessive. The ego loves this because it knows the tighter the mind's grip, the greater the fear of losing. Now, the ego tells the mind, if you stop possessing love, love will leave you. In reality, possession destroys love. Love with conditions is control hiding behind the mask of love. Attachment with possession turns love into control. Affection into fear. Relationships turn into prisons. True love is freedom, space, growth, individuality. The great Eckhart Tolle once said, if your love has a but, then it's not love. In closing, the material world is real. It is not an illusion. However, it is not fixed. It is impermanent. The adversary, your ego, tricks the mind into believing that what is impermanent is fixed and permanent. When what is forever changing is treated like it's fixed and forever, when what is temporary is treated as eternal, this misunderstanding is Maya. Maya is the mind's confusion. Maya is taking and believing that which is changing and imagining and treating it as if it will never change. Maya is believing in your brief time in the physical realm that it can be possessed and it can truly belong to you. To see clearly is to experience the value of relationships, but understand they are temporary. It is to know that the body is useful, but it will pass away. Clarity is to know possessions can be useful, but never build identity upon them. Because peace comes from something deeper. John 10:30. I and the Father are one. It comes from the oneness with the infinite itself. The ego says, stay. The universe says, flow. The ego possesses. The universe says, change. The ego says, keep forever. The universe says, forever is not in form. The final takeaway is this. Spirituality says, do not abandon the world, just abandon illusion. Thank you for listening. My brother Reedy is trekking through Italy this week, but he's still with us. And I am the Akashic, the Ancient of Days. And for my brother Reedy, we are 1 degree.